Hi, everyone. This is Caroline Speaks, the state of our world, on Monday, July 11th, 2022. So, what is it? Good, bad, or indifferent? Okay, what are some of the major headlines today? Okay. Uh, alright. Gabby Giffords won't back down. A comeback story like no other. Gabby Giffords won't back down. Arizona representative survives assassination attempt and fights aphasia and pushes for gun laws. I think she's a very heroic person, and she continues to fight for uh, gun law, gun regulations that protect us, not protect the gun industry. And I'm very pleased with her story. It's a documentary now. So we have uh, gun killings, one on many, all over the country. Guns are the problem. Okay. What are some of the other headlines? Sri Lankan president and prime minister to resign after thousands of protesters stormed their homes. Okay. Japan says Abe's party sees a supermajority in upper house days after his assassination. Okay. Russia accused of killing 18 in a rocket attack on an apartment complex in Donetsk. Have to hold Russia accountable. G20 meeting ends with no new agreement on war in Ukraine. That's good. Okay. WNBA All-Stars honor Brittany Griner as Bill Richardson prepares to travel to Russia. Thank you, Governor Richardson. Former Oath Keepers spokesperson to testify before the January 6th committee. Good. Wisconsin Supreme Court bans most ballot drop boxes. I don't understand that. Don't they want people to vote? Don't they want to make it easier to for people to vote? I don't know. I think they're weird, but that's the way it is. Have to elect people who support voting rights and women's rights, and stop this nonsense of uh, demonizing women, demonizing but not people who won't vote for you. Okay. Now, reading another in a report, U.S. planning to build Israeli embassy in Jerusalem on land seized from Palestinians. Okay, U.S. planning to build to build Israeli embassy in Jerusalem on land seized from Palestinians. That's great. The Biden administration is facing pressure to scrap plans to build U.S. embassy in Jerusalem after a Palestinian legal group revealed the proposed embassy is located on land that was illegally confiscated by Israel from Palestinians in 1948. I hope the Palestinians get the land back. The historical documents were made public by the Palestinian legal group Adawa, head of President Biden's trip this week to Israel and the occupied West Bank. The group's legal director, Suhad Bashar, said this plan is a serious escalation in U.S. legitimization of Israeli expropriation of land from Palestinians. If the Biden administration does not abandon it, then there's no other way to interpret the move than siding with Israel's racist policies. I totally agree. I hope they will abandon the project. Put the embassy someplace non-controversial in Tel Aviv. Okay. Okay. Thousands protest in D.C. to pressure Biden to do more to protect abortion access. I totally agree. Louisiana becomes the 10th state to ban abortion. That's terrible. Group says Biden's climate legacy at risk if he approves massive Willow oil and gas project in Alaska. I agree, that would be terrible. Now, California fire threatens giant sequoia trees in Yosemite National Park. I hope they'll all be okay. We have to stop the fire climate change. We have to solve climate change and stop the fire danger. Okay. Now, deforestation in Brazil's Amazon reaches new record. Gotta get Bolsonaro out. He's up for other election have to defeat him. And Bolsonaro supporter shoots dead official in Brazil's Worker Party. Wow, that sounds like Trump. Supporter of Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro shot dead a local official of the opposition Worker Party on Saturday. The attacker reportedly shouted words of praise for Bolsonaro as he shot Marcelo Arruda, who was at the party celebrating his birthday. The Workers' Party is led by former President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, who is running against Bolsonaro in this election. Okay, I hope he will win the election, defeat Bolsonaro, and whoever shot the worker should be held accountable. Okay. Crazy people. Crazy people. Alright, now, what else happened? Okay, now, California fires threatens giant sequoia trees near Yosemite National Park. Deforestation in Brazil. Amazon is terrible. Elon Musk withdraws from $44 billion deal to buy Twitter. That's great. Okay, I hope he loses all his money. Okay. 124,000 leaked documents expose how Uber flouted laws to expand across the globe. I hope they hold Uber accountable, and also Musk and Bezos and all these nutty people. 15-year-old black teenager in Albuquerque dies in fire during police standoff. What happened? So I hope they hold people accountable. I don't know. New Mexico. Smoke inhalation, what killed this teenager after the police used a weapon that, okay, Albuquerque, New Mexico, 15-year-old black teenager named Brett Rosenau died Thursday from smoke inhalation after a police SWAT team fired multiple rounds of munitions into a house during a standoff targeting another individual. Authorities are investigating whether police officers are responsible. Who knows? I don't know. A lot of bad things happening in the world. And authorities are investigating whether police officers shall be held accountable. Started the house fire as a way of, with tear gas canisters, and as a way to solve their problem. I don't know. Okay, now, this is a SWAT team that was there doing this, and, so that is terrible. Hope that teenager will survive. Okay, 19 die in pair of mass shootings targeting bars in South Africa. That's great. Alcohol. Japan's former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe shot and killed. Putin suggests worst findings. Putin suggests worst fighting is yet to come in Russian invasion of Ukraine, and U.S. senators in Kyiv call on Congress to declare Russia a state sponsor of terror. I agree. House of Representatives. House progressives seek to cut $100 billion from the Pentagon budget. Totally agree with that. Alright. So, we have a big mess out there. Nothing else is new. Messy. Life is messy.